Okay, so we're picking up where we left off in creating the nodes in the clusters. I went ahead and completed my strength cluster and added my nodes within that cluster, or put differently, the criteria against which I'll evaluate the overall competitive strength for our desired end state, which is deciding what industries or businesses we're going to compete in. So here, just as an example, let's right-click on Market Share, and we can edit node, and that pulls our edit dialog window up. And here I have relative market share. I can likewise do this with any node, edit node, go back into it, and look at what I mean. So here I have business line, the ability to benefit from strategic fits with sister business lines. It's a good idea, as always, to put descriptors in there. So if you forget for some reason what you or your team meant by the name that you put in for the node, you can go back and look it back up. Then what I have to do is I have to build the connections from my goal to my nodes in my cluster. You can see I've already done this, and I can tell that it's done by the arrows. But to build, all you have to do is click on the little Do Connections icon at the top here. We click on that. We click on the goal, and you can see everything that's highlighted in red, I've already made the connections to. Since we need to compare all of these items in order to get the goal, we have to click on them all. So what I did was left-click on the goal with my mouse, and then I right-click on those things that I want to connect or unconnect. Now, it may be the case, especially if you're using networks, that you'll connect things within clusters, but this is a simple hierarchy, so we're just connecting everything to our goal cluster, and we do it for both cases. Now, I should say, when you're building your initial model, don't be afraid to use this as a brainstorming activity. The Decision Lens application, which is a for-profit application, has a really nice brainstorming function built into it. This one doesn't have a brainstorming function built in, but you can throw everything you want into your clusters or nodes within clusters, and you can always delete it later. If you're just starting the process with your group and trying to figure out what you want to have in, what are the important criteria, just throw it all in there. You can delete it later on as you agree upon, or you can leave it in there and just not connect it to anything. Leaving it in there has the advantage of later on going back and having a conversation about, we thought we were going to include it, but didn't get the connection and conversation. So it memorializes the activity. So that's how you build your clusters, build your nodes, connect your nodes to your goal. In the next video, we'll do our pairwise comparison.